And welcome to the elimination round of Kuwait Debate Championship, organized under the dynamic leadership of Division I and Division O governors, DPM Satish Kumar and DPM Wafa Salman, for the benefit of the Toastmasters members. As you all know, debate essentially is a speaking event in which two sides use reasoning discourse to argue about a particular subject. The immediate goal of the teams is to convince the panel of judges and you as the audience at this debate or audience at large. Often in the meeting, when I have workshops and seminars, I hear people say, "What's in it for me now?" Or "What's the takeaway?" Fellow Toastmasters and guests, I would request you to take a moment and ask the same question to yourself. What is there for you in this debate? I personally feel by the end of the debate, you will be resourceful enough and be able to distinguish between a useless argument and a healthy debate. And how a healthy debate can help people make a rational decision at all levels of their life, even on a national level. You will be witnessing 8 debates today, and I'm sure you'll learn and enjoy the same. Some of the participants have already rolled up the sleeve and some have come sleeveless. As the agenda mentioned, that after every debate, you have a break of 10 minutes, which will be utilized by the chief judge and the judges to determine who qualifies for the quarterfinals. During that time, you may choose to pick up to help yourself with tea, coffee, and beverages served here or visit the washroom. Our ushers will be announcing and we will request you to get back to your seat in 2 minutes before the next session starts. I request you to get back to your seat as soon as you are requested to, because we have about 8 debates going on and we want to finish in time. We understand that you have given me valuable time to come and attend this program. She's a director of Intensive English Program at American University of Kuwait, a dedicated Toastmaster, who always has a very pleasant and a contagious smile. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, help me welcome our moderator for the first 2 debates, Toastmaster Sandy Singh.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me? Yes. Not so much, huh? Okay. Well, I can turn the volume up. I'm going to come over here to my friend Wafa. I think you can hear me without it anyway. Yep. All right. So, welcome to the Kuwait Debate Championship. It says it's working. Okay. All right. Now, that's better? Maybe? Good. The elimination round is today. We have 16 clubs. They are going head to head, and they battle it out to take spots in the quarterfinals that will happen on October 31st. Only 8 teams who qualify today will proceed to the next round. So let's begin with our first debate. We have Don Bosco versus Kuwait Toastmasters. Let's hear it for them. The proposition has been arrived at by consensus and by all participating team members, and it is resolved: men should be entitled to have paternity leave from work. Now, as with the rules set out in succeeding debates, such as the quarterfinals, the speaking sequence are as follows. Note that the timings for constructive speeches is 3 minutes. while the cross-examination is 2 minutes. And this is the speaking order. Judges, please note. Debaters, please stand and be recognized as I call your names. The captain of the affirmative team. Sorry. The captain of the affirmative team, it's Don Bosco is the affirmative team. Yes, thank you. Okay, Rigo Stephen. And his teammate, Tyrone Nayak. All right, the captain for the Kuwait Toastmasters team is Deepak Bindal. And his worthy partner, Anu Dahan. Now, this is your speaking area. You can see it here. You don't want to hit the camera, right? You may use the speaking area. You are not required to stand in one place. The terms used in the proposition were defined and agreed upon previously by the debaters during one of their briefings. So you agreed upon your definition of terms? Yes? Great. Okay. And you were briefed on the proper code of conduct by the Chief Judge. The timing rules are as follows. The bell will ring 30 seconds before your assigned time and will ring continuously once your time is done. Actually, we have a timer right here. Could you please hold it? Thank you very much. Now, after 30 seconds, this will ring. At exactly your time limit, the red card will go up. When that red card goes up, I will cut you off, all right? Even if you are in mid-sentence, okay? So be polite and sit down, okay? Good. Now, any protests are to be addressed to the Chief Judge only. And the Chief Judge is none other than my friend, DTM Don Pradas, right here. That's it. Let us learn, let us have fun and enjoy. Let the presentation of arguments begin. May I welcome the captain of the affirmative team, Toastmaster, Rigo Stephen. You may begin when ready.
Resolved that men should be entitled to have paternity leave from work. Definition: period of absence from work granted to a father after or shortly before the birth of his child. I'll be representing the affirmative. Your children need your presence and not presence. Quoted by Jesse Jackson. Respected moderator, Honorable Chief Judge, panel of judges, Toastmasters, guests, and my worthy opponents. Good afternoon to you all. We see a change in the society where concerned women. Today, women are not only the housewives, but also equally partnered into the households as well. When we talk about this, when we take it to the husbands, we need to know their role and responsibilities concerned to partnering and upbringing of their children. As I am convinced that all of us agree that paternity leave should be given, should be entitled for the fathers, I will present few points that will justify largely accepted truth. First one is bonding. Any relation, especially with the families, is built on a bonding. Father taking paternity leave just soon after the child's birth makes it a strong bond between a child and a father. As per the study done by the Boston College Center for Work and Family, 92% of the surveyed men have said that this is true. Shared responsibility. Both work and fatherhood is equal responsibility. 70% of the men have agreed that they equally share responsibility and work. Being a good father, 4 out of 6 fathers believe that they need to be a good father and be remain with kids. Father gains confidence and satisfaction as per the survey. It benefits the employer as well as per the survey by Business Council of Australia and Human Rights Watch. Thank you.
Madam Moderator, fellow Toastmasters, and my worthy opponent. You have mentioned the point that it creates bonding between the father and child if he immediately takes a leave. Let me tell you, there are surveys and it's a common sense that 16 to 18 hours a child sleeps, immediately after the birth for few days, for month. So where is the bonding? Child is sleeping for 16 to 18 hours and man is sitting at home. So there is no way bonding. Bonding comes when the child becomes 4 months, 6 months and he starts recognizing. So the bonding is not true as far as the birth after, immediately after the birth. I don't remember in my first few days whether my father was at home. Do you remember, all of you? The second point which you raised about is shared responsibility. Let me tell you, woman after her maternity leave will go to office, will do housework and everything. So during this birth period, men should go to office, should do office work, come home, do housework. And then that will be the shared responsibility. He will understand what a woman goes through throughout her life. Shared responsibility.
There's shared responsibility between the work and the family, of a husband only. I didn't mention everything about
as a husband, you should work and do housework. So that is, you are sharing the responsibility of bringing money at home.
Do you have a question? You need to ask a question.
Okay. It's talk about confidence and confidence. How it increases the confidence, because if you are not.
You need to ask a question, Deepak. With all due respect.
I didn't get clear how is the confidence. So there was no reason how the confidence will increase. You said it increased the confidence, but what is the reason?
This is the final findings of New Dad by Boston College Center for Work and Family. As per their survey, it shows that
it's not. I have this report with me. This is from the Boston College Center of Work.
We have the report too.
Yeah.
We have the complete report too.
It doesn't.
That is not. That is just a.
Love does not come with a tag of limitations and restrictions. Hence, if a father wants to take a leave, be with child newborn at home, there is no need for paternity leave. Every company has designed a package of different kinds of leaves, annual leaves, sick leave, and some companies have casual leaves or sick leave without forms. So there are leaves defined for the requirements which a man or woman has in their personal life for a predefined requirements. Conceiving a child can be an accidental, but the birth of a child is known in advance, around 9 months. So there is the role of annual leave comes. If you have annual leave, you should plan, because anyway you will not go for any vacation because the mother is pregnant. After the birth, the child will take some time to grow. So there is annual leave which should come and should be part of for the upbringing of the child. Paternity leave is not a solution. Today we are asking about paternity leave. Tomorrow we will say for wedding leave. We will say for the honeymoon leave. Then we will say for the first night, rest after the first night. So there is endless need of leaves. There is no end. There are many occasions. So where we will end this? If we give the leave for each and every occasion, then throughout the year you will be sitting at home. It's easy to talk from an employee perspective. Now we can see the world economies are getting complicated, are slowing, a lot of competition is creeping in, and in this competitive world, for the companies to survive, it's important that we give them a chance to decide whether they should give a paternity leave or not. It's not a necessity, it's a luxury. Facebook gives 4 months of paternity leave, they can afford, they are a $200 billion company, but a company which is a small trading company and has a one salesman, can they afford 4 months? No. US does not have any maternity leave, even paid maternity leave as per the law. No maternity leave, no paternity leave, even no annual leave. And China has no leave. They have only 5 days of annual leave. These countries are well developed, are doing economically well. Compared to Spain and Greece, they are going down and they propagate all this paternity leave. So we have to see in the larger context of the world economy. And men should be comfortable in taking care of the newborn and his wife. Man can be comfortable only if he is peaceful from the point of view of security at job. If he is insecure in office and paternity leave, men cannot ensure the quality time. As per the report from the Mary Reyes and Soli, it has proven that the man's long-term earning reduced by 10% if he takes a paternity leave. Because once a man takes a paternity leave in office, it's create a wrong impression and his long-term earnings are reduced by 10%. So this is the report from Mary Reyes and Soli. So it's not advisable that at the cost, and anyway after 8 hours you have 16 hours.
All right, we will now have a cross-examination.
Respected debate chair, judges, fellow Toastmasters, dear guests, worthy opponents. Good evening.
Good evening.
My worthy opponents have mentioned the loss of productivity or to the companies or to the GDP. How do we define the productivity? How do we define the loss?
See, the productivity.
The cross-examination will be done by second negative. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead, sorry.
I request you to please take care of that at the time. The point that you have raised is about the productivity. Do you think that only the quantity matters in terms of productivity and quality does not come into picture when I talk about the loss in the GDP or the economy? Yes or no?
See, no.
That's my point. He does not care about the quality of work, and research says that after please complete, let me complete. Research says that Singapore, after having implemented paternity leaves last year, has seen an excess of 2.5% GDP growth in this year. This is my point. The second point that you have put in place is out of all the problems. Please let me ask the question. Please let me ask my question. The point that you have mentioned is about people caring about promotions. If people care about promotions, do you think people should work 24 hours a day, 365 days a year? Yes or no?
It's the choice of
Do you
each
think
person.
that
It's choice of each person.
Do you think that to increase the productivity or have a job security, people should work 24 hours? Yes or no?
It depends from person to person.
Okay, so he agrees with me. That's my point.
Why not?
The second thing is,
Depends from person
you
to
said
person.
that Facebook has a lot of money. Do you think Facebook has a free money that is coming up to give the paternity leaves as compared to the rest of the companies?
Yeah.
Okay, so he believes that Facebook is getting free money which other companies won't, which I do not see as a logical argument. One more thing that our worthy opponents have mentioned are the other leaves or the annual leave that they have to compensate. Do you believe that reducing the number of total annual leaves by using them on the paternity leaves will help the quality of the work by employees?
Annual leaves are already taken care of.
Yes, sir.
Personal
So do you
department.
leave or not? Do you
I'm
believe
saying
that taking up your rest of the leaves for this purpose will increase the quality of your work on your work? Yes, or no?
Yes, it will increase.
Thank you, Doctor. My worthy opponents have failed to disprove, rather I should say disprove, because my fellow teammate has put in a lot of points and they have failed to disprove all of them. I have proved that they have been using the wrong data sources, or I should say they have not been using any data sources. I see that the definition of productivity itself is not clear to them, where quality matters much more than the quantity. The hours that you spend at the workforce. They have touched upon the point of promotions or the job security, which people are not by spending that time with their newborn child. These are some of the things that I believe should not be thought upon as very productive for the GDP or the economy. What I want to stress upon in the next few minutes would make it prove to you that paternity leaves are a must and should be given. The first point that I want to stress upon is the decline in the joint families. A research data, or I should say the data from the World Bank from 2011 says that there has been a 25% decline in the joint families only in US. And your guess is right. This decline would lead that there is no one except the father who can take care of the newborn child. There are 105 million people who are outside their home countries. This proves my point that people are not staying with their families, so they have no one to care about their newborn child. The second thing is the shared responsibility that fathers have an equal responsibility with the newborn's mother, and there has been a 25% increase in fathers involving into the child care in the last 40 years. This is the research study by Boston College. 72% of the people feel that there should be equal responsibility shared by both father and mother, and over 50% of them feel that they are not doing justice to their responsibilities. My next point would be that women can return back to work earlier as fathers get their paternity leaves. There has been 4 times increase in the women's role in the labor force in the last 5 decades. And in the US alone, there are 19 million families in which women are the primary earners of their families. So I believe that if women can return back to their work earlier, that will help the economic growth as well as affect our economy as well. The last point that I want to stress upon is the first thing that everyone spends with their child. This is the first walk, the first time your newborn baby says daddy to you, the first time that he touches you is going to be the most critical part of your entire life, and you are going to miss it if you don't get the paternity leave. Thank you.
Respected moderator, my worthy opponents and guests. You said there is a 25% decline in the joint families in US. Do you think that paternity leave will prevent that decline in the joint families?
I said that there are 105 million people who are out of their country.
No, the first question. I'm talking about the first point.
Exactly. That's where I'm coming to. If you see that there is a decline and there are more people leaving their home country to work outside their country, this means that there is a job opportunity outside. And if the job opportunity is outside, people will go to the other country to have a better earning. And in that case, you will have no joint families. So there will be decline, and with this decline, there will be only fathers who will be taking care of their newborn child.
Dear guests, there are a lot of air connectivity in all places going in this world. People can fly very easily. Now, person can go to his job, work there, and let his extended family come back to him. I'm asking, replying to his answer.
No, you are there to ask questions.
Okay, fine, I got it. Now you said about the share of responsibilities. Now, how many hours you think a person will need to share these responsibilities?
I think the more time a person can spend with his newborn child is better. Because what I think is there are a lot of hours that a man has spent working for the workplace. There is the first time that he is going to see his newborn child, and that makes it special. So it should be every time as much as possible in the home.
I think 8 hours in office and 16 hours at home should be good enough.
I don't have a question there.
And how many, you said the woman, sorry, I got that point. Fine, I'm done. Thank you.
Thank you.
World Bank in 2010 came up with a report. 81.9% of people in India, 45.4% in Philippines, and 64.6% in Indonesia are the ones who are self-employed. Majority of these people work in farms, small vocations, or their small-time entrepreneurial ventures. Now, can you think a farmer will leave his harvesting season and sit at home because he has a newborn at home? He will not. When we talk about paternity leave, we talk about only a small section of the society which works in organized corporate environment. Gentlemen, we are not here to make rules for a section of the society. Talk about society at large. And when we talk about a section of the society, we leave the hard-working commoner in this world lurking at himself. There is no one to support him. So, we should think about him. 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, I don't know. Who pays for these paternity leave? Gentlemen, these paternity leaves are indirectly financed. The other employees in the company, they finance it. It's dogged upon them. And this poor man might not even have a child. And he is already paying for government's innumerable projects on child welfare, child security and everything. And now on top of that, we are again burdening him with the load of paternity leave. So this, in my way, is going to promote more inequality at work. A woman, we all will agree, goes through a gruesome routine of managing work, managing home, managing kids, and she does it so successfully. Now, when will this husband be exposed to that gruesome routine which a woman goes through? He would be doing this in this period of newborn and new arrival of baby at home. Let him manage home, let him manage work, let him manage the kid, and understand what this poor woman goes through all her life. By giving him paternity leave, we are devoiding him of going through that huge experience which he will never ever get next time in his life. Family, for me, or for most of us, till a few months back, few decades back, was father, kid, mother, grandparents, extended family. But that has now come to only father, wife and kid. Now, you dear parent, you father, you go and work. Let grandparents come. Let the extended family come. Support the newborn, support the new mother. And you redesign the whole meaning of family. Family is not father, mother and the kid. Family is grandparents. Family is sisters, aunties.
My holy opponent said 81% in India, 41% in Philippines, and some percentage in Indonesia, I guess, are self-employed. Does this mean that government cannot have a centrally managed unit to manage the time of child's birth, or better from or at the time of the father taking paternity leave?
My question was...
Yes or no? Can they manage?
I'm going to answer it. I can't answer it in yes and no.
I need an answer in yes or no, my holy opponents.
Moderator?
No, you can answer.
Yeah. I can't answer in yes and no.
You can.
Gentlemen, I don't want to answer in yes and no.
Just answer, yes.
Gentlemen,
Okay, but my next question is, my holy opponent said that mother goes to a lot of torture, a lot of physical and all that. Does this mean that father doesn't go through emotional and mental pain during the birth of the child? Yes or no?
I didn't say mother goes through torture and physical and everything. I said he goes through a gruesome routine.
Okay, if he goes through a gruesome routine, does that mean that when the child is born, father doesn't go through the mental or emotional emotional stress.
Mother goes
Yes
through
or
the
no?
hormonal, and anatomical and
I'm
body
not talking
changes.
about mother.
He doesn't go through.
I'm not talking about mother.
I'm saying the
talking about
father doesn't go through hormonical changes. He does need not to lactate.
But does he go through the mental and physical, mental and emotional stress? Yes or no?
No.
It proves my point. The next about the joint family. We are not talking about here. Are we talking about we are turning from nuclear family to a joint family? Or are we talking about paternity leave?
I'm talking about paternity leave.
Okay, my earlier opponent only spoke about the bringing back the joint family, and there was no stress about paternity leave.
When the families will come, then only the need for paternity leave.
In conclusion, my worthy opponents have failed to present any valid reason to deny paternity leave to men and have failed to undo the proven fact by affirmative leave. In this fast-changing dynamic life, with human beings throttling around the world to make their living, has seen a nuclear families. Here we once again present proven few facts in this session on paternity leave. Giving paternity leave, it increases the bonding between the father and the child. It allows the father to have a shared responsibility, work and family. It gives satisfaction of being a good father and helps adopt a new member in the family. Father gains confidence as a parent. It helps employer with a higher productivity. Due to decline in joint families, father has higher growth in the family. It's a shared responsibility between father and mother. And the precious moments never come back. So father needs to be there when there are precious moments. And I want to show you something. Did you hear something? Now I will show you something. I hope you heard this sound. This is the difference. When mother gets a maternity leave to be with the child, it is an equal responsibility and equal need of a father getting paternity leave and spending time with the child. Now I would like to conclude with a quote, which is a very important, which is a quote by Anthony Edwards. He says, "There's really no point in having a children if you are not going to be home enough to father the child." Thank you.
It's not my habit to read a pre-written statement that or demean my fellow team that they have failed. So what I am going to do, we have raised together 9 points. I am going to summarize why these 9 points which supports the paternity leave should not be there. The first point is the companies have annual leaves, and that is to cover the predetermined personal needs, and this is a predetermined personal need which should be covered for the annual leave, and this is fair to all the employees because one employee have a 5 child and one has a 1 child, so there should not be any discrimination. The second point which we said was, today we are talking about paternity, then what about the wedding leave? What about the honeymoon leave? What about the first night leave? There is an endless leave. So let's stop. Annual leave is to cover everything. That was the second. Third point is, in the current world economy, when the companies are having severe competition, let's not create something new as a luxury and affect the smaller companies, because smaller companies have 1 or 2 staff. As I said, if they have 1 salesman, if he goes for 4 months like a Facebook staff, they cannot compete with Facebook. The fourth point is, men feels insecure, and that is proven by the research reports. And this insecurity, if they are insecure at home of their job, loss of job, they will not be able to devote a quality time. Fifth, the report has said their long-term earnings reduce, which will be negative for the child in future development if their earnings reduce. And I show the research reports. The sixth point is, sixth point, if this leaves, we are talking about the corporate employees. It's easy to say from the employee's perspective. What about the self-employed people? And as we said, majority of the people in this world are self-employed. So it does not cover the paternity leave. Then 7 point subsidy by non-availing employees. As we said, the other employees will be subsidizing the father who is taking the leave. And we want the man to learn that how to manage work and family while after the birth, so that he understands the woman later on. What will happen after the maternity leave? Woman will go to work, come home, do work. Let the man experience this. Then in the long term, he will be more helpful to wife and children. And it will promote joint family. By promoting joint family, why? Because if there is no paternity leave, he will bring his siblings, he will bring his parents who will take care of the kids at home, and they will have a satisfaction, grandparents. Let's not break the families. Let's not make the man selfish with his wife and kid. Grandparents are equally important, and they are more important than father. Thank you.
I would like to now congratulate all of our debaters. Very nice job. Would you please stand up and shake hands? Wonderful. All right. May I have Anup? Sorry. And Deepak. And Terun. And last but not least, Rigo. Wonderful debate. All right, one more picture. Come on in. All right, we now have a 10-minute break, so you may use the washroom there. There are drinks here.